let me give you guys an update on, this stream, what we're doing here, stream upload, right? Let me give you guys an update on what we're doing here. And, why we do this, basically. A lot of why we do this, why I do this, I should say, is because what I'm starting to notice, and I'm not the only one, is that apparently the police, the local police in the area, are just basically evil. They sort of do the opposite of what they're supposed to do. Oftentimes don't investigate things, and it's very obvious that basically there's just this corruption going on where the police are involved in just committing crimes and are just really bad at their jobs. And basically you have to be concerned about people driving up behind you, swerving around all over the place, getting too close. This is the sort of thing where every day that I'm out on the road around here, there is somebody behind me trying to pressure me to drive faster. Basically I'm drilling the speed limit and I see some guy come flying up the road behind me, and now he's behind me following too close, kind of swerving back and forth. And this is regular. This has been going on for a while, and as you guys know, we've been talking about this for a while. And so what I started rationalizing is that the reason these people are getting away with this is because a lot of the time they're off-duty cops doing it. I started rationalizing that, that's the only way that these guys are getting away with this, is basically that's the point. They spend their day in their cop cars speeding around all over the place with the ability to do so and stuff like that because they're cops. And so they just get in their own personal vehicles, go home for the day, and they don't. They harass people just like they do when they're cops. And we've seen this. We've seen local authorities in lots of even other states and stuff be very unprofessional versus the state authorities and stuff like that. And you see real corruption. Where they commit crimes, they run fraud and scams and stuff like that, and only when a lawyer on a YouTube channel covers it is there some sort of actual investigation and lawsuit out of it. And what is this person doing? Oh, just a U-turn right there, huh? Okay. All right, just a U-turn right here. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, I know it's not really a good place to do it. You just really don't. You don't do that in traffic. Please pick a back road or something. This is kind of what I'm talking about. I see this stuff all the time, and it's not that I don't see police, it's that they're not doing the things that they should be doing. They're clearly sitting and plotting. This is what they do. They just sit and cause problems and maybe watch YouTube channels and stuff like that instead of actually doing their job. They're just kind of sitting around. I drive past a lot of the local police stations, and truthfully, a lot of times what I see is, just literally all the cars there. And then when I started reporting that and I started saying that was the case, they started parking them elsewhere. Yep. So they basically started renting some facility nearby where they can park the cars and have them gated. So that way, streamers can't come up and start investigating their vehicles and stuff like that, even though they're allowed to if they're on public property, which they would be, and there's no fence or. So this is the point. You are not allowed to prevent people from entering a police station. You can't prevent the public from entering. They need to feel that they can approach police. The police around here don't want that. I sat here and told you guys about how this entire police station responded incorrectly to an accident literally didn't take the statement of an old woman, told her to shut up, like things like that, and like literally like basically, no, literally, not even literally. When we went to go to the police station, the old police station used to be like a bank. They just took over a bank. So they never took off the security doors, and they could. So they just leave people locked out all the time. This is so stupid. And so we went to the police station, and my mom tries to get in, and you know, no lie, these assholes that cost us a bunch of money and caused all these problems aren't even going to let her in to get the paperwork and report what she wants to report. They're going to have her stand outside and not be able to open the door, and then they're going to come outside and hand her a paper and then just quickly run inside again. This is what that asshole did. And not only that, I have obvious reasons to believe that the local police in this area, are stalking and harassing people. Again, I've already talked to you guys about how there was a court case. It was very obviously some lies surrounding that. They just like lied on official court documents. Several police lied and stuff like that. Like literally all this shit. Just lie. So, you know, the whole point is like, at what, you know, like when are you gonna start to realize that the local police are really just starting to lie and not doing their job? You know, like, how many times can I drive down the road and we can see somebody swerving around behind me causing a problem, and that's just a regular thing. You know, like, that's just a regular thing that we see, and you know, I can basically prove it. All I gotta do is you know, again, just start driving down the road. Now, this guy is keeping his distance because he sees the camera. This is the point. If they notice it, then they back way the hell off. This is why I typically have it facing forward. The police are probably trying to get me to face it this way so they can see it happen. No, that's the point. If I have it facing that way and then I switch it, then that gets them, like, every time, if they see that thing, they will not do it. And this is the point. They know they're on camera. They ain't going to do it. This is the point. They think that they can just get away with whatever the fuck they want because they're not being recorded. So that's the point. Like literally these police all over were committing crimes, and then we started putting body cameras on them. And then the ones that were committing crimes very obviously showed up, and then we started seeing evidence of them turning off body cams at various times and things like that to you know, like, beat people up and stuff like that. I literally witnessed that. Yeah, I was just watching a body cam the other day of 4 different officers entering some dude's house. This dude was asleep. He didn't even know it was the cops. They're having trouble waking him up. And he shuts the camera off and he just starts beating him up. Punching him. Yeah. Cops. Yeah. So, this is the corruption. And again, it's the fact that these douchebags are criminals and they're not vetted and trained the same way that they are the state, on the state level. It's just not the case. They have very little training, almost little to none. And that's the issue. That's absolutely the issue. And you see it. You see them just make mistakes, do stupid shit, think they can do it, think they can get away with it. They're not making a mistake, they're doing it on purpose. So, when the local police department shows up to an accident, and the accident occurred because somebody ran into this person with their tractor, and then every single person on that farm that was like in that family started coming out and harassing this woman and like insulting her and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? And then the officer doesn't take that statement. That's literally the officer not doing his job. It's literally the officer not doing his job. She had a statement that they were threatening and harassing, and she needed to shut her mouth, and if she shuts her mouth, they'll pay for all of it and stuff like that. And like just like weird stuff that sounds like an insurance scam. Meanwhile, this piece of shit police station impounded the car, said it wasn't drivable even though it was, and I could prove that nothing was falling off of it, the lights worked just fine. They're fucking stupid. And I proved it too. I did a stream where I drove this car forward and back in the driveway, showed nothing came off of it, showed that it could move, all the lights worked, it started up, shut off just fine, worked just fine. Yet they impounded it and cost us over $1,000. This is actually a crime. Yeah, and it's a felon. It actually upgrades itself too because it's literally over $1,000, and he knows that. So what did he do? He created some elaborate scam where he torched her car. That's it. So that way there's no, like, nobody can look at this and fire him later. No, that's it. He cuts the tie of whatever that little breadcrumb was for somebody to follow, and they can't follow it anymore. So he literally just burns the car, torches the car, destroys the car, whatever that is. Now, mind you, this person behind me has now started tailgating me. Now that nobody else is around and there's nobody behind him, keep that in mind. So maybe he didn't see the camera, maybe he wasn't tailgating me because somebody was tailgating him and he was brake checking them. That's very likely. That's what they do. So I'm going 45. It's 45 right here. This is the speed limit. This guy, he's sitting, I can see him with one arm draped over the steering wheel, and I can see him kind of like catty-cornered, looking over my shoulder, trying to look at what I'm doing and stuff like that, instead of minding his own business. That's what he's doing. I see him do it. He's got a hat, he's got a big old beard. I just watched him swerve because he's like doing something with his phone or something like that, and he's got one hand on the wheel and he's focused on what I'm doing instead of just trying to match my speed and keep a safe distance. So this is the shit I'm talking about, where he's not being too bad. That's really not that bad. He's not like being harassing or anything. He's just kind of like back. He just doesn't understand how to keep a distance. I think if I were to slow down here, which I'm going to, the speed limit's 35 here, he's going to tailgate the shit out of me. Because the speed limit's 35, I have to slow down. So watch what happens when I slow down. Oh, he's on the phone, I think. I think he just waved at me. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's holding a phone to his ear. Oh no, he's resting his head on his chin. I don't think he was trying to be belligerent or anything. I think he was just, yeah, like I said, that's not even that bad. Like, I don't think he was really even doing anything that wrong. That's nothing. But you see the behavior, you see what I mean, where people like almost expect it. So like this guy, he calmed down a little bit. He doesn't seem like, oh no, he is on the phone. Oh no, he is. Oh no, he's on the phone. I see it now. I see it in his hand. So like, I don't think he's trying, but he's clearly not paying attention. And this is kind of my point. I can drive the speed limit, keep a safe distance, and see what I'm saying? This is the weirdest newest construction zone anywhere. Oh, also, there was a construction zone up at the Walmart in Elverson, and they were redoing the Dunkin' Donuts, except they didn't actually put up construction signs to stop people from driving into the lot. So to the police in that area, you may want to get over there, because if you don't do that, somebody's going to drive into that lot and drive over like bits of concrete and destroy their car. Like, that's literally all that's going to happen, because those jackasses are ripping the building apart and stuff like that, and they're not blocking it out. They're literally just putting it all over the lot. I watched a car drive, because you can drive through there. It connects. You can drive through there to get to like Arby's and shit. So like a car literally like turned in there, and I watched it drive over some like concrete debris and stuff. Like, that's not good. Like, this is my point. Like, what are they doing? Why did I notice that first? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that at 2:30 p.m. when I'm up there and I'm just up there to get some food, I'm not up there to police anything, I can see more than the police can? Because there's too much crime going on for them to keep up with? Gee, I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because they allow these behaviors to go on and people to, you know what I'm saying? They're correcting the wrong things. I think a lot of police have become the way they are because they sit and they look at social media and they listen to what people say, and they feel like, you know, like they just don't want to do their jobs anymore, and they've kind of, a lot of them have kind of become corrupted by this whole, you know, a lot of folks don't like police anymore, which shouldn't be the case. Like, you shouldn't just dislike police as a generalization. But yeah, local, a lot, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, like, local police departments in the United States have become something of like a fast food, where like they're just not up to snuff at all. They literally don't have hardly any training, zero supervision. That's the issue, zero supervision. And the point is, you know, you get these guys in these giant trucks then with all this entitlement that they feel like they can drive as fast as they want, and you know, they're going to cause an accident one day. They're going to seriously do something, and like, this is the point, they're going to get off because they're a cop, you know. It's not okay. And it's not okay for a cop to be running a fraud scam off of torching cars, and then you know, you get what I'm saying. He took out an insurance policy. Like, are you kidding me? That guy's trying to kill people. He's taking out insurance policies. That's what he's doing. That's what they're doing. They literally are sitting here stealing everybody's cell phone info, and anybody that has like a house where the police or something like put somebody in jail or something like that, like you know, like, you get what I'm saying? Now they're gonna try to like really quick have an insurance on that or something like that. Like, this is all they're trying to do. Like, somebody took out an insurance. Like, I sure as hell did. Yeah, I don't do those things. I don't want a bunch of money because somebody died. I don't want that. I don't want a fucking handout. It's not what I want. Yep. It's not how I think. I've never been like that. This is the point. So somebody knows that about me. I've said things kind of like this before, and they're using this to their advantage. They are taking out the insurance. Or, you know, like somebody connected to that data, to my mom, or to, you know who. We're not going to talk too much about other people and mention names or anything, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's still important to talk about what's happened and try to educate those, you know, that they might be trying to actively affect right now. I just talked to somebody who was describing a lot of the issues that, and by the way, you guys know, I've already confirmed that even when I turn off my Wi-Fi signal and my mobile data, you guys realize that, like, I'm still getting data, right? Like, they literally have just cloned my device. Like, the person that's doing this is how bad it is. It's literally a crime network, and they're doing it through, like, really big organizations. They have people in AT&T, they have people in T-Mobile, I think they have people in Verizon, but I'm not 100%. I know that they have people at Microsoft. They just have people everywhere, and they're all, like, working together with the police to stalk, harass, intimidate, terrorize U.S. citizens. That's all they're doing. And, you know, we've proven it, basically. But, you know, just wanted to throw that out there that I don't even have the ability to not have data anymore. Like, I can't just turn it off. They've disabled certain features. Like, if I were ever to ride on an airplane, airplane mode doesn't, like, this is what they're trying to do. They're always trying to make sure that they could sit here and run some type of signal through your phone, even though you might have airplane mode on. I think that's what they were always trying to do, so that they can crash planes. That's literally all they're trying to do. If they can crash, you know, I tried to fucking tell you guys this, but, you know, you just want to sit here and be fucking stupid as hell and allow this entire thing to go on while I'm following it, documenting it, showing it to you, and you're just doing nothing. I'm saying over and over and over again, that ain't normal, that ain't normal, that ain't normal. Why the hell is this happening? I literally asked the AI, should this happen, or does this mean there's fucking scammers? Yep, that shouldn't happen. Even Gemini confirms, why the hell is your Wi-Fi still connected to your phone, even though it's in a Faraday bag, and the mobile data clearly is disrupted. Clearly it's enough to disrupt the mobile data completely, and it's a high top-rated Faraday bag with fucking basically 5 stars. And we're confirming that, yep, full wireless Wi-Fi signal, even though it's in that Faraday bag. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, somebody's remotely connected to my phone and is running literally another fucking phone, basically just sitting here. They're probably watching this right now, even though it's not live. This is the point. The point is that somebody is literally just sitting here and monitoring everything, looking at you through your phone. They have your phone. They've created your phone into another one. They've cloned your device. And they can see your texts. This is, when I have Wi-Fi and data turned off, every single one of my emails loads. Even though I have Wi-Fi and data turned off. My whole email fucking thing loads. Why? Why? Why does my entire Facebook feed load? Even though my data and my Wi-Fi is turned completely off. Why does that happen? The entire thing. And some videos I can even watch for a few seconds. Yeah, the whole thing, and it doesn't even disrupt it at all. I can scroll all the way to the end, and I can even refresh it. Now they do put the cap on there and stop me from being able to prove I can watch videos, because stuff starts to happen if I do that. So they've restricted that, but truthfully, they're doing this for your data, because they are looking at your whole Facebook feed. They're just looking at your emails. They're looking at your texts. That's why they always knew what was going on, because I'm emailing people, I'm texting people, and they're just looking at them. So that's what they're doing. And that's why over the years I've had to sort of change what I was saying and stuff like that, say some different stuff, because I wanted to get certain reactions and kind of see you know, what the response would be based on this or that. You know, would tell me certain things, and it has. So basically, I should be leading the FBI, and Kash Patel should be fired because he's not doing anything. And the states are overwhelmed because all the local police aren't doing anything. They just trash, and they're committing crimes. And a good bit of the state police might be aware of it and might be trying to follow it and do something about it, but again, they're overwhelmed. So this is the point. And then you have an entire administration defunding the FBI, defunding this, defunding that. So I thought Biden was going to defund the police, not Trump. What are the police doing? Biden, just so you know, not to make this political, Biden did give money. He had a budget for police. He actually did. Just so you know, just so that you don't think that he didn't. He really did. And I noticed it. Yeah, I noticed it. They got all these new cars and stuff like that. So they're all happy, cushy, doing just fine, except now all their shit's being spied on because it's all that new tech that can be hacked and spied on and monitored. Yeah, other people are doing it too. This guy's way back because he sees a camera. You don't see him because he sees a camera. So this is the point. As soon as they see that camera, they just know. They know anymore. So, like, this is kind of my point. Like, aggressive driving and stuff like that is a real problem. And, like, somebody can clearly, use your license plate, like, especially if they're an off-duty cop and they're harassing you. All they're gonna do is like take a picture of your license plate or something like that, and then they're gonna do something with their their computer and stuff like that. They're gonna enter it into that computer that they have, or their police cruiser and whatnot and all that stuff. They're gonna sit there and they're gonna do all that, and they're gonna spy on you, and they're gonna watch you while like they're just gonna cause a problem for you. That's all they're gonna do. And this is what the local police get up to. Like, they can do anything they want, sort of, when they're, like, people think that they are, like, really, really, monitored and stuff, like, not really. Like, there's too much shutting off the body cams, there's too much, again, like, there's just too much of that. There's too much of the not training, just no training, like less training and devolving of intelligence versus, just intimidation. The amount of morons that I see on body cam escalating a situation, screaming at people instead of doing what they should be doing, it's just baffling. It truly is. And then they wonder why, like, so many people run and shit. Like, it's like, oh, man, like, stupid as hell. Because you're intimidating? I don't, like, are you that dumb that you don't understand your own intimidation factor? You have a gun, you have a Kevlar vest. Yeah, you have infinite backup and coordinated attacks and control and defense. They're gonna run when you're, like, literally shouting at them and they know they've been had. What the fuck's the matter with you? That you can't use your brain a little bit more than that? I'm not an emotional person. Reminds me of the cop. Now, I haven't been pulled over in years, but it reminds me of the cop that sort of last pulled me over, where I agree with him. I agree with the reason he did it, but I don't agree with his demeanor initially. He did get out of his car, slam his door, and very aggressively walk up to my car. And once he realized that I wasn't like that, he sort of stopped this demeanor. So again, I do think that it's because they initially have that demeanor and they possibly make other people nervous. Like they intimidate other people and make them nervous because, you know what I mean? Like, how many times has a Spanish or a black person fucking got shot or something like that just because some racist cop is a little trigger happy and oh, but he was reaching for you. Like, okay, you don't want to maybe use your training a little bit. You just want to just go right to shooting them, huh? Okay, that's interesting. Certainly seen a long history of that. You can't even deny it. So. So we're going to go ahead and just take a look around here because apparently vehicles get set on fire in this parking lot. And, stalkers can come in the store and just stalk people and stuff like that and do. I've heard of several reports of people stalking others in this store. And it's very interesting that I've also heard reports of nasty employees at this store too, being nasty to other employees and stuff like that. That's fascinating to me. And then meanwhile, somebody's car is torched. All while the local police are corrupt and don't pull people over for road rage incidents. Interesting, isn't it? Why is this so common? Why is it every time I'm at this fucking store, I see a car with its hazards on, parked in the fire lane, where it shouldn't be, right there. The police aren't doing anything. What the fuck are the police doing? This car shouldn't be here. Why is this car parked here? Who the fuck is this? Why are you there? Why not park in a parking space? So you see this lady that's right here. She's parked on the road with her hazards on, not in a parking space. You see what I mean? Like, this is what I'm talking about, where you have retards just parked on the street instead of a parking space. She has her four-ways on and she just parked there. What the fuck? And this is what I'm talking about. Like, the police don't fucking do anything. These tractor trailers better not have been here overnight or they're here illegally. Tractor trailers parked in this parking lot should not be... Yeah, he's got his curtains up. I guarantee you he's been here overnight. They're not supposed to be here. They're supposed to park at a truck stop or 20, some other like an actual 24-hour establishment that allows that. It's amazing how I can do all this policing in 5 seconds. This guy's not in a space. He's literally parked in 2 spaces. This truck right here. Wait, what the fuck? His inspection is expired. I'm going live. I'm going live. This guy's parked in 2 spaces, and his inspection sticker is expired. It's the second fucking time I've seen that in literally 3 weeks, within a month. I saw this shit at fucking Costco too. What the fuck? I'm going live.